It's hard to really sum up 2015 in American foreign policy, and this clip is one that kept coming up when I checked out the most popular clips about foreign policy from the year. This is just so funny. It needs no introduction. It represents so much of what is wrong and hilarious and scary about American foreign policy and officials' perception of our foreign policy. Take a look at this classic story from the year. Here's a really funny clip. This is one of my favorite things we've played for you in a while. Recently, Venezuela accused the United States of plotting another coup. And this led to State Department spokesperson Jen Psaki to make a statement about this. And she wrote it off. She said it's ludicrous that the United States is involved in a coup in Venezuela. But she went a little too far. And she said something that really made some of the reporters in the room laugh. Check this out. I love this.
President Maduro last night went on the air and said that they'd arrested multiple people who were allegedly behind a coup that was backed by the United States. What is your response?
These latest accusations, like all previous such accusations, are ludicrous. As a matter of longstanding policy, the United States does not support political transitions by non-constitutional means. Political transitions must be democratic, constitutional, peaceful, and legal. We've seen many times that the Venezuelan government tries to distract from its own actions by blaming the United States or other members of the international community for events inside Venezuela. These efforts reflect a lack of seriousness on the part of the Venezuelan government to deal with the grave situation it faces.
The U.S. has The U.S. has a long-standing practice of not promoting. What did you say? How long-standing is that? I would. In particular, in South and Latin America, that is not a long-standing practice.
Well, my point here, Matt, without getting into history, is that we do not support, we have no involvement with, and these are ludicrous accusations.
The U.S. actually has a very long history of supporting overthrows of foreign governments, or as the State Department spokesperson said, non-democratic regime change. I think that's kind of the code word. Remember enhanced interrogation techniques instead of torture? Non-democratic regime change or government overthrows, also known as coups. And it's so funny that she says that there's this long-standing policy, because let me break it down for you a little bit. Iran in 1953, a non-democratic regime change supported by the United States. Guatemala in 54. Congo in 1960, the Dominican Republic in 1961, South Vietnam in 1963, Brazil in 1964, Chile in 1973, Iraq in the first Gulf War back in 1992, and even very recently, the U.S. has been trying to impact, influence regime change and overthrows of governments in Iran, in Syria, on and on. And just a year ago, the U.S. trying to get involved and influence regime change in the Ukrainian revolution. Sometimes something is so ridiculous that it's hard to even break it down and analyze it in its component pieces, because it's so inaccurate that it is laughable. And I actually sympathize with the reporter for finding this funny, but as funny as it is frustrating how officials in this country, in many countries, but we're in this country, I'll talk about this country, officials outright lie without seeming to have any fear at all of censure or of discipline or of getting fired. This is a complete, it's literally a laughable untruth that led to people in the room laughing at the ridiculous nature of it. And there probably won't be repercussions for the State Department spokesperson. Am I missing something here? Am I seeing something incorrectly? Let me know on Twitter, twitter.com/dpakman. That is it for 2015, unless you're a member. And today we have such a great bonus show. Lewis had an altercation with a littering pedestrian on the way into the studio today. I haven't heard the story. He will talk about it on the bonus show. We will talk about our New Year's Eve plans, or lack thereof, and much more. davidpakman.com/membership. Get the bonus show. We will talk to you in 2016.